Well, hello everybody, this is the DeeDee Mishly experience and we're here today at DT's pub to see how the other half live.
Oh, what a face. 10 out of 10, you're the best in this place. I pinch myself
The other half. Oh, I think it's beautiful, and here is the other half.
Hello everybody.
Bruce. This is Bruce. Now Bruce, tell me something.
How are you selling? Yes.
How long have you been here?
23 years this year.
And how did it start off for you?
Well, started off, I actually met the owners at a recovery party after a warehouse party. They were planning on opening a hotel, and right from the beginning they wanted to be a community hotel that's very heavily involved in the community. It wasn't just a money-making thing for them, it was more of actually a retirement thing, and they wanted something where every part of the community could come and drink, and that's how it started off. It went, and actually one of the customers come up with our logo which said we're every colour of the rainbow drinks, and that's always been our attitude right from the start.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah,
Every
right
colour
from the
of
beginning.
Rainbow, 23 years ago.
Yeah.
Would have been different then, though, wouldn't it?
Some things have changed a lot, and some things haven't changed at all. As I said, I've been here for 23 years, and the feeling of local and community and has always been the same. I've always stood back sometimes, and I've just been amazed where, there might be trans people there, straights there, leather guys there, and everyone's just sitting there.
And a wedding party.
And the only people that don't fit in are the ones that are causing trouble between other people. They soon get pushed out or get bored and move on. So it's always been seen that sort of place. And a lot of people that don't seem to fit in other establishments, especially other gay establishments, including the older crowd or something like that, that might feel a bit put out at places that are full of the young crowd, because each place has its own thing.
Sure.
Have seemed to fit in here and find a home eventually. And
But you get all sorts here. You get young people.
yes,
Young guys,
exactly, yes.
Older guys, quite old guys.
And a
Yeah.
hens party. I've seen many hens parties.
And we're a little corner pub in Richmond. We're not a big little pub, but the blend of people to me is what keeps it interesting. I personally have always been interested in people and like people.
You've done it a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, and
before this.
every person that walks in the door gets judged the same. It's their actions and how they react with other people when they come in that affects that judgment. And if they seem to fit in and go with the flow, that's fine.
I've seen this in action.
We've had Meldrum, we've had judges, we've had the whole sweep of life of type of people, as well as age and sexuality and height and attitude. Even a couple of Liberal Party supporters, but but they all seem to find a place. So it's good, and I'm very proud. That's the biggest thing I believe I've achieved here.
Wonderful. When I found this place, I thought it was amazing. Still is amazing. I've been coming here 10 years now, probably, and it's got better. Because I've known more people through the time, and I think I've become part of the establishment myself.
Well, you're our official photographer on Saturday nights, aren't you?
Well, I wouldn't be here without DeeDee.
There you go, mate.
Yeah.
And as far as trans go, we've had a lot of trans that come in and they feel welcomed and stuff like that. I remember a few years ago, New Year's Eve, I had this tap on the shoulder and I'm here, Bruce, can I speak to you? And I turned around and it was one of the trans, and they were just saying, thank you for making an establishment where we can feel safe and welcome and all that sort of thing. But to me, it's not making the trans feel safe and welcome, it's make everyone feel,
And then it is safe for everybody.
Exactly.
Community.
And that way also everyone's going to make the effort to fit in with the other people that are around and all
Plus,
that
it's
sort
the
of
thing where if you have a good experience somewhere, you'll tell people about it.
Yes, yeah.
If you have a bad experience, you'll tell more people.
That's
true.
Yeah, that's very true. And I think that's one of the advantages too of being a smaller place. The idiots stand out and they're quickly moved on. And by idiots I mean people that are affecting other people's enjoyment of the venue
in a negative
or
way,
or their safety or anything like that.
It turns out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I've seen stuff like
So
that.
you never get a perfect place, but you try and keep the balance and try and keep things going.
You don't need security, though, do you?
No, I said quite often, and it works both ways. I don't have to go welcome anyone too often because the customers welcome people. You'll sit at the bar by yourself,
True this.
and somebody will come over and say, "Oh, you're here by yourself? Don't sit by yourself. Come sit with us and have a drink." So that's another good part of it too.
So it's fair to say that DT's is a very safe community place if you want to be yourself.
Yes, exactly. No matter what yourself is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your shelf.
Yourself. Well, which shelf you're on?
So we spent a bit of time last night, through your kindness, talking to some trans girls and asking them what they thought DTs meant to them. What do you think it means to them?
I think basically what I've said is a place of feeling secure, a place where they can be themselves,
Yes.
A place where they can laugh, cry, meet friends. It's somewhere where you can come by yourself and
It's exactly that.
and not feel the fear. You can. You know, we have they just come down, say early in the afternoon, or sit out the back, have a glass of wine, feel very relaxed and all that sort of thing. I think it's a good stepping stone too, because you build, I think, and I'm not just saying trans, but build
Yes.
confidence here. So once you built that up, you can take on the next step, onto going somewhere else and then going on
to
yeah.
So
So
the word that came up almost with every trans girl was freedom. Freedom. This place is free.
freedom to be yourself.
As you said.
Yeah.
But eventually, the people who are quite shy, quite nervous about being out and about, I'm sure this used to apply to gay people as well. The confidence is then built by coming to somewhere like this.
Yes,
And
yes. You can build a life.
Yeah.
Based on
And then you
starting,
you can start going to other clubs, or you can feel safe going to a cafe. Because I believe a lot of discrimination comes within yourself.
that's just true.
You know, the fear of what's going to happen rather than literally what happens. I mean, you know, there's sometimes reason to have that fear, but it's yourself. So once you can fight your discrimination within yourself and putting yourself down and feel confidence within yourself, if you go out feeling confident, you look confident, you exert a strength and a personality, then things seem to flow easier.
And this is how DT started, but particularly for the gay crowd.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But were trans there at the start?
We had different groups for the start, and we used to have. We had not trans, but we had cross-dressers, drag queens. We had a regular how a party started who liked cross-dressing occasionally, and he was known here either as DJ or Delete. So depending on what come up, we end up having.
Bruce here looks wonderful in a dress, by the way.
Well, I don't like dressing up, but it is in my contract in the fine print, and I didn't read it before I signed it. So occasionally I do have to.
I'm sure we can find some pictures somewhere. Facebook.
And everyone asked about the hair on the chin. I said, if it's good enough for my mother, it's good enough for me.
And Madonna.
And Madonna.
And Agneta and Frida from ABBA.
Yeah.
Plus
Been everyone
Pirates.
over the years.
Yes, he has.
Just quickly before we finish, it brings me back to the point where I was trying to get at how have things changed for the gay scene and for the trans scene, in your opinion. I think it's a lot easier now than it ever was.
Well, I've did an interview once. It is a lot easier, but there's a catch-22 because when it wasn't easier, like people say the gay scene has changed, and it has a lot, and I'm sure it has in the trans scene, because we used to mingle a lot more together, but that's because we had to.
Yes.
You know, and there's always a price to pay for any game, and the price of freedom, which is we're starting to get a bit more and more of, is we're not such a tight-knit scene, you know, where we used to all have parties at people's houses and stuff, but that's the price you pay for the freedom of going out. So I think, and it is,
It's compartmentalising a little bit.
I think it's important that we remember, because it's easier for us. There's still a lot of people out there struggling, especially youth still coming through, people in country areas. We're lucky here in the city we have. Their culture is a bit more, and it has changed, but it's still hard for a lot of people out in country areas, or for teenagers coming through.
Yeah.
That's why important, I think, like internet shows like this, or Joy FM radio, where people can just sit in their bedroom and turn it on and watch it and learn. As much as things have been easier, we've got to still remember a lot of people out there are still struggling to get through.
Point, actually, yeah.
We've got friends that drive 3 hours, haven't we?
They'll be here next weekend.
Nikki, and from other states, South Australia.
So this is a national pub, not just a little tiny corner pub in Richmond.
And like people like, say, you do here so often and out there, you know, and you're taking the photos, so you become culture of the pub.
Yeah.
You're part of
It also makes people watch and explore it because they see the pictures out there.
Yes.
And you go, "Oh, this looks good," and that's happening.
Yes.
Well, I used to look at the pictures, DeeDee's pictures, and it took me about a year. And then the first time I came here, I wanted to walk in every part of this pub. I stood over in that corner, I walked along that window, I came up here because I just wanted to feel the whole place.
Mishly, that's really good because one of the not criticisms or things I've noticed about some of the trans is they'll sit out in that back room and not move. I mean, I can understand when you're first coming out, but you know, with DeeDee, say, be the hair mission and you walking around, to everybody else it seems
There's a few people.
it's
do that
nothing,
now.
you know. I mean, in the old days, even gays were a bit with trans because they hadn't met a lot, you know.
Yeah.
But when you become part of the normal fabric of the culture, but you've got to get yourself out there. You know, not straight away. You've got to build up, but you've got to get out, mingle with other people.
And DT's is the place to go.
Yeah.
Our guest today.
And thank you very much. And thank you, Richie. And thank you.
Lovely. Thank you, Bruce.
Mwah. Thank you very much.
Yeah. When we